Very good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine? Very fine, fine. Great. Wow. Now, last class, the last topic which we are doing was the accounting approach. Correct? Means we were doing recording. In recording, we have understood that we require which concept? Dual aspect concept. Dual aspect concept, I hope you have understood that every transaction has two aspects. One is debit, other is credit. Correct? Yes, sir. So we have also understood that debit and credit has actually no meaning in accounting terms. Debit represent left hand side of account and credit represent right hand side of account. However, we have also understood that debit has been derived from the Latin word deber, and credit has been derived from the Latin word creder. Correct? And because of that reason, we call it DR and CR. So DR means actually deber, but we can use for debit as well as CR can be used for credit, and we will use DR and CR only. Account, I hope you have understood that in accounting, account means T shape format in which one side will be debit and other side will be credit. Correct? Yes, this we have understood. Then we have also understood that the system of recording means system of accounting by using dual aspect concept is known as double entry system. So in accounting, we follow double entry system only. Double entry system. Then we came to how to record. How to record. For that, we have understood that there are two approaches. One is traditional approach, another is accounting equation approach. Equation approach. So traditional approach is actually based on UK, and accounting equation approach is actually based on US. Now traditional approach has given golden rules of accounting, and accounting equation approach has given modern rules of accounting. However, the end result by following both the approach will remain same. Means either you can follow traditional approach or accounting equation approach. The recording part will remain same, but slowly we realize that traditional approach is not scientific approach. Means by using modern approach, all types of transaction can be recorded, but you will find some difficulty by using traditional approach. We'll understand that slowly, but I will give an idea about that. And at the end, I will say that use only which approach? Accounting equation approach. At the end, I will say accounting equation approach is more reliable, more scientific, correct? So at the end, I will say accounting equation approach is the best approach, correct? But we need to learn both. So as per traditional approach, accounts are of two type. One is personal account, other is impersonal account. Personal account, you have understood that which are related to any person. Now this person can be either natural person, artificial person, or representative personal account also. So representative personal account means that account which represent either single or group of natural or artificial person. I hope you have understood that when we open customer account, so customer account represent all customer. Correct now. So if you are adding customer account, it means all customer. The customer account represent all customer. Similarly, if I open capital account, the capital account represent the owner of the company. So can you see there are sometimes we require this representative personal account to simplify our accounting. Then we have understood that impersonal account are those accounts which are not related to persons, means other than personal account. So there are two type of impersonal account. One is real account, other is nominal account. Real account means all asset of business except debt. That means receivable. So receivable are also asset, but receivable will be what? Personal account. Therefore, it cannot be real account. So all asset other than personal account, I can say any account which is personal account cannot be real account, but that personal account can be asset. So asset can be real account as well as personal account. So we have understood that when we have discussed that real account can be tangible asset as well as intangible asset. You know the example. Then we have also discussed that other is nominal account. So nominal account include all income and expenses. All income means income will always include gains and expense will always include losses. Yes, sir. Then we were discussing about balance sheet, NSOPL. So we discussed that PL actually represent all income and expense, means all nominal account is transferred to profit and loss account. Means can I say profit and loss account is a statement of nominal account, correct? And in balance sheet we write what? Asset, capital and liability. Asset can be real and personal. Capital will be always personal, liability will be always personal account. Correct? Means, can I say, in balance sheet we do not record nominal account. Income and expense are not transferred to balance sheet. Understood? Yes, this much we have understood. So can we write down a note after this? Write down after this. Write down some important points. Whatever we have discussed. Write down notes. Point number A. Income and expense are always nominal account which are recorded in, can I use SOPL, statement of profit and loss? Correct. We also call it profit and loss account. So if I am saying profit and loss account and statement of PL are same thing. Okay. The statement of PL or profit and loss account. So you can use statement of profit and loss, SOPL. Chalega? Statement of profit and loss. You can write down full if you want to write down statement of profit and loss or profit and loss account. Okay. First note you have understood. Then write down capital. Capital is a personal account. Correct. And recorded in the liability side of balance sheet. Understood? Point number C. Liabilities are also personal account and recorded in liability side of balance sheet. This also you have understood. Correct? Understood. However, assets are what? Assets are real account or personal account which are recorded in asset side of balance sheet. Means we can conclude that SOPL is a statement of what? Is a statement of all nominal account. Correct? Correct. All nominal account. So SOPL is a statement of all nominal account, and we can also conclude that balance sheet is a statement of what? Statement of real and personal account. Correct? Understood? Means, can I say objective is to prepare statement of PL and balance sheet because that is our objective. However, that is started with the bookkeeping. Bookkeeping means recording and classifying, correct? Yes, sir. So it means, can I say, if I am saying objective is to prepare balance sheet, so there are five elements in financial statement. There are five elements. Can I say five elements are income, expense, asset, liability, and capital? Correct. So can we say there are how many elements? Write down. Next point. Elements of financial statement. First is what? Income. Then what? Expense. Then what? बताओ. Asset. Then what? Liability. And then we call it equity. Equity, or sometimes we can also say capital, but equity is the right term. Equity and capital are interchangeable word. We'll discuss about this. But equity and capital, when I am saying equity, equity means capital, capital means equity. Correct? Understood. So there are five elements in financial statement. So objective is to identify these five elements. If you can identify these five elements, so you can prepare balance sheet and SOPL, because these two will go where? In SOPL, and these three will go where? In balance sheet. So if you can identify which item is income, which item is expense, which item is asset, which item is liability, which item is capital, it is very simple to prepare what? Balance sheet and statement of PL. Correct. It means, can I say, we need to understand what is the meaning of this? Means what is income, what is expense, what is asset, what is liability, what is capital? Correct? Understood. So right now, I will not give you the technical meaning. Technical meaning we'll discuss at some other point of time. Correct now. Right now I will discuss the meaning which you can easily understand. Correct. So let us start the meaning from the point of view of understanding the recording, so that we can identify this is an expense, this is an income, this is asset, this is liability. Correct. So let us start with the meaning. Meaning. So first let us understand what is the meaning of expense. What is the meaning of expense? Correct. Understood. Write down. Expense means any expenditure. Any expenditure. Correct. For which benefit is already derived. Understood. For which benefit is already derived. So any expenditure for which benefit is already derived, that expenditure will become expense. Now when I am saying expenditure, so just let us understand what I want to say. When I am saying expenditure, what comes in your mind? Bolo. If I am saying expenditure, so can you say it means outflow of cash, means you are paying something. So can you say in your mind there is some outflow, there is no inflow now. Outflow of cash or any other asset or any resources, that is an expenditure. Means there is some outflow. Correct? Are you getting what I am saying? Correct. Now when I am saying expenditure, so in your mind some outflow is going on. Now my question to you all, why will incur some expenditure? Means just try to understand, you purchase a mobile. What is the intention behind that? To purchase mobile. I am saying why you have purchased mobile. There is some intention. Means you have purchased because you receive some benefit from that new technology. What? From old technology also we can receive some benefit. From Whatever we are using, from that we are receiving some benefit. Na? I purchase this calculator. Why I purchase? Because I know I will use in the class and I will derive some benefit. If suppose I am not using it and no benefit derived, whether I will purchase, I will not purchase. I purchase this camera because I know I will get some benefit. You will not purchase camera now. Whether you will purchase camera, this camera, you will not purchase this camera. You will purchase mobile wala camera. Understood now? For selfie. Are you able to understand? So just try to understand whatever expenditure we are doing, the reason is to get some benefit. And if there is no benefit, so you will not incur such expenditure. Correct now? You will not incur any expenditure. Means whatever you are purchasing, anything you have pen, why you are purchasing? To write, and by writing you are getting some benefit or not. So ultimate objective is to derive some benefit. Ultimate objective is to derive some benefit. Correct? Now it might happen you have purchased, means you have purchased something and benefit is already derived. Let me take one example. Let me take one example, very simple example. Correct? You purchase an ice cream. You purchase an ice cream. Understood? Why you have purchased an ice cream? For maja na? For maja. Means for benefit. Correct now. You purchase an ice cream whether you have already, now just try to understand what I am saying. You purchase an ice cream, after purchasing, have you already derived the benefit? No, no, no. It means, can I say you purchase ice cream, now you consumed it, but the benefit derived or not? It become an expense. Understood? It become a expense. Now you purchase an ice cream, but today you don't want to consume it. You store that ice cream in your refrigerator. It is what? Asset. It is your asset. Understood? Means you may derive the benefit in future. So if any expenditure is there and you have already derived the benefit, it become what? And if you will derive benefit in future, then that expenditure is what? Your asset. Understood? Means, can I say I have purchased camera, so I will derive some benefit in future. Therefore, that camera become my asset. That camera become my asset. But suppose I purchase the camera and entire benefit already derived. Suppose. So it become what? An expense. The rule is very simple. Rule, have you understood? Correct? So can I say the definition is very much clear. Any expenditure for which benefit is already derived become what? Expense. Means, can I say whenever expenditure outflow, so you need to first find out whether benefit is derived. Benefit already derived. So if benefit is already derived, then it become an expense. Then it become an expense. Correct? Understood? Are you getting? Means, for example, I have paid some amount to my employee. Understood? Just try to understand whatever I am saying. I have paid some amount to employee, expenditure or not? Outflow? I have paid some amount to my employee, expenditure or not? Now, employee has already provided me the services. Employee has already provided me the services. So this become what? Expense. Already provided me the services. Means services already received. Means I have enjoyed the benefit or not? Correct. It become an expense. And we call it salary expenses. Correct. You know that expenses? But suppose I paid the amount to the employee. Just try to understand. I paid the amount to the employee, but till now I have not received the services. Then it is what? Asset. The name is what? Prepaid salary. Prepaid salary, will come where? In the asset side of balance sheet. You know the example, but why it is coming in the asset side? That I am explaining. Understood? Have you understood? So prepaid salary also amount has been paid. Salary, that also amount is paid. But when you are saying salary means benefit is derived, it is an item of SOPL. And when benefit will be derived, it is an item of balance sheet. It is an item of balance sheet. But payment has been done to employee only, na? In both cases, payment has been done to employee. Means in simple word, you need to just find out whether benefit derived, it become SOPL, it become a part of SOPL. And if I say benefit will be derived, will be derived, are you getting what I'm saying? Will be derived means future tense, will means future tense na. So there is no need to write down future now. Will be derived. It can be after 1 day, it can be after 2 days, it can be after 1 year, it can be after 5 years. Are you getting what I'm saying? It can be after 1 day also. But right now benefit is not yet derived. So this become what? Acid. This become acid. Understood? Have you understood? So have you understood when to classify an expenditure as an expense? When to classify an expenditure as an expense? You need to find out whether benefit derived, it become expense. Benefit not derived, it is a acid. So now write down the meaning of acid. Point number 2. Point number 2. Now acid will define in two ways. Point number A. Point number A. Correct. Can I say any expenditure for which from which write down. Any expenditure from which benefit will be derived is what acid. Any expenditure from which benefit will be derived is an asset. Understood? I think no explanation required. Correct? Understood? Or point number B. Any person, any person. This person can be artificial person, natural person, or representative person. So when I am saying person, in accounting person can be what? Ram. It can be Ram and company. Or it can be capital account also. Understood? Correct? So any person from which amount is receivable, from which amount is receivable. Understood? So from any person any amount is receivable, that is also an asset. Correct? That is also an asset. For example, I have given 20,000 to you. Understood? And you will pay me 20,000 after 1 year. So this is not my expenditure. This is not my expenditure. I have given 20,000 to you as a loan, and you will pay me that 20,000 after 1 year. So this amount is receivable from you. You become my asset, personal account. So can you say when I am saying any expenditure, this is real account, and when I am saying any person, this become what? Personal account, and therefore an asset can be what? A real account or personal account. Understood this point? Are you able to understand? Correct? Means suppose just try to understand. I have deposited some amount in a bank. Bank is a person or not? I have deposited some amount in bank. So can you say some amount is receivable from bank or not? So that amount is receivable from an artificial person. Bank become what? Asset for me. So whenever we write down bank account, that bank balance is what? A personal account. Amount receivable from bank. So that amount receivable from bank is my asset. Correct? So it can be bank, it can be any individual. Are you able to understand? Correct. Got it? Correct. I think asset also you have understood. Asset also you have understood. Now coming to point number 3, income. Just try to understand, these are not technical meaning. Technical meaning I'll give you after some point of time. This is only to understand account. Basic meaning I am giving. Income. Can I say income is what? Benefit received. become income. If you have received the benefit, can I say that is income? Can I say whatever expenditure we are incurring to receive benefit only? That is the only objective. That is the only objective. For example, just try to understand. I am incurring what? Electricity expenses in this class. So I am incurring electricity expenses to derive some benefit. To derive what? The tuition fees, yeah, coaching fees. Correct now. So I have incurred that expenses to derive some income or not. Without these electricity expenses, can I teach you? Because I want laptop, I want PC, I want mic, I want camera, everything I want, and that require what? Electricity. So can you say I am incurring electricity expenses to derive some income or not? So any benefit received become what? Income. So if benefit is received from any expense, that become what? Income. Understood? Have you understood? Correct? Because we are doing business to generate income only, and for income we need to incur some expense. To generate income we need to incur some expense. Without expense we cannot generate income. Without expense we cannot generate income. Means can I say to start a batch we need to incur many promotional activity. Why we are doing promotions? To inform you that we are commencing the batch. Are you able to understand? So that promotional activity, promotional expense has been incurred to generate income. To generate income, the income is what? Benefit which has been received. Benefit which has been received. Right? Benefit received from what? From expenses are income. Are income. Means can I conclude that to generate income expense is required? To generate income expense are required. Without expense we cannot generate income. Understood? Yes sir. Then coming to point number 4. Liabilities. Liabilities. Liability is very simple. Any amount payable to any person. Understood? Any amount payable to any person is a liability. Correct? So can I say in this way? Any amount payable to any person. Correct? Any amount payable to any person other than honor. Other than honor. So that person is other than honor. Means any amount payable to honor become capital. Understood? So if Ram and company will pay some amount to Ram, then it is a capital. But if Ram and company will pay some amount to Syam, then it is what? Liability. Understood? So any amount payable to any person other than what? Other than honor are liabilities. Correct? Understood? So of course can you say any amount payable to any person? So therefore it is always a personal account. Any amount payable to any person, the liability will be always what? A personal account, because that represent a person. That represent a person. Similarly, when I am saying point number 5, capital, or you can say equity. So can I say any amount payable to whom? Honor. So any amount payable by whom? By business, huh? That is silent because we are doing accounting for business. Correct now. The benefit will be derived by business only. So this amount will be paid by whom? Business only. So any amount payable to owner of business correct? Is capital, is capital. Understood? Very simple. Very simple meaning I have given, not technical meaning. Technical meaning will do at right time. Understood? Means just try to understand. Now, if I prepare a balance sheet, correct? Understood? Means in asset side, there can be an expenditure or there can be a person. Bole yes or no? Both are asset. But which expenditure for which benefit is not yet derived? Means for example, camera. But a camera will come or not? We purchase camera. Have you derived all the benefit? No. Benefit will derive in future. Therefore, camera become what? Asset. For example, land. You purchase land. Benefit will be derived. Correct now. Benefit will derive. So you can see all expenditure will come. That is nothing but whatever you know about fixed assets. So in asset we write down expenditure. And as well as personal account. Personal account means what? Debtor. But the debtor means what? Amount receivable from that person. Any amount receivable from that person. Understood? Correct. In this side, we call it what? Actually, we should call it equity and liability. We should call it what? Equity and liability. Understood? So we write down capital plus what? Liability. Correct. So this capital is also a person. This liability is also a person. Correct. But this person is what? Owner of the business. And this person is what? External party. This is what? External party, na? External party. So any amount which is payable by this business to owner is what? Capital. Understood? Any amount which is payable by this business. Business means Ram and Company. This is balance sheet of what? Ram and Company, not Ram. Understood? So any amount payable by Ram and Company to Ram is what? Capital. But any amount payable by Ram and Company to external party is what? Liability. Is liability. I hope this is giving more clear picture. More clear picture. Understood? Have you understood? Yes, sir. Tora we have understood. So if you have understood 5 elements of balance sheet, let us now understand golden rules of accounting. So let us come to, because we are doing what? Traditional approach. We are into traditional approach. Therefore, first we'll do what? Golden rules of accounting. So come to golden rules of accounting. Correct. When it's a golden rules is based on the nature of account. So we need to first find out that given account is a real account, nominal account, or personal account. Correct now. So first we need to find out whether that account is what? A real account or nominal account or personal account. So can you say it can be real account? Now you know what a real account. So what is the rule? You only say. What is the rule? Debit what comes in. Everyone. Debit what comes in, you said. Correct. Credit what goes out. Very good. But my question to you, debit what comes in where? Very good. In business, this is silent, huh? In business, credit what goes out? What? From business. Sorry, goes out. From business. Simple. Means if I am saying real account is an asset, so if asset is coming in, so asset account will be, if asset is coming in, so asset account will be debited. If asset is going out, then asset account will be credited. Simple. Understood? So you need to find out whether camera is coming in or camera is going out. if camera is coming in, camera account will be, if camera is going out, then camera account will be created. And the simple, yes sir. Then coming to what? Point number B, personal account. So when I am saying personal account, so it will include all types of person, whether it is natural person, artificial person, or representative personal account. The rules remain same for all these three. What is the rule you say? Debit, debit the receiver, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Correct. So debit the receivable, debit the receiver from whom? From business, and credit the giver to whom? To business. So we need to find out who is receiver from business, who is giver to business. Correct now. Are you getting what I am saying? So it means it represents some person who can be receiver or who can be giver, who can be receiver or who can be giver. Understood? Correct. Suppose you are paying cash. Suppose you are paying cash to Mr. Ram. Mr. Ram to owner hai in our example. Suppose you are paying cash to Mr. Rakesh. So the Rakesh is receiving or giving? Receiving. So Rakesh account will be debited. Simple. We need to find out who is receiver, who is receiving from business, who is giving to business. So receiver will be debited, giver will be credited. Understood? And last point number C, nominal account. Nominal account. What is the rule? Debit all, debit all expenses, and expenses include, if you want to write down and losses of what? Business, of business. So debit all expenses and losses of business. Credit what? All income and gains of business. Means you need to identify what is income. If you can identify this is income, it will be always credited. If you can identify it is an expense, expense will be always debited. This is the rule. Rule is fixed, it cannot be changed. Rule means rules, it cannot be changed. Simple rule. Correct. So can you repeat with me, what is the rules for personal account? Debit the, credit the giver. What is the rule of real account? Debit what? Credit what? Goes out. What is the rules for nominal account? Debit all, credit all, income. Simple. Correct. But can you say we need to apply this rule in a transaction? Because transaction we record it. In a transaction, how many aspect? One aspect will be, other aspect will be credit. So by applying this rule, correct. So before coming to the recording part, I need to just inform you about some special accounting terms, because that accounting terms we are supposed to use. So we need to understand what is the special accounting terms. Write down. Special accounting terms. Now, just try to understand. Correct. Can you say when we say purchase? So can you say we purchase any item? We purchase any item. It can be any item. It can be pen, it can be pencil, it can be camera, it can be projector, it can be furniture, it can be fixture, it can be whatever. So purchase of item. You know item? Yes, sir. It can be any item. Are you getting what I am saying? Now, if the purchase of item, this item, correct, whatever we have purchased, the objective is for resale. Understood what I am saying? Means you purchase pencil to resell it, or we will purchase pencil to use it. There are two objectives now. Means I will purchase this pen either to use it or to sell it. either to use it or sell it. There is no third category. अरे बोलना रे. Either I will use it in my business or I will sell it for my business. Correct? You need to find out what is the intention of purchase, for sale or for use. So first you need to find out that what is the intention of purchase. Are you able to understand? So whenever that item has been purchased for sale, so such item is known as goods, or we call it stock, or we call it inventory. Oh, अच्छा, ये बात. Understood? These goods, stock, inventory are interchangeable words. However, the more correct term is inventory. Correct now. But we call it goods, we call it stock, but the correct term is what? Inventory. Understood? Now this is the name given. I can't change this now. Inventory. It will be known as inventory. Don't ask me why inventory. Yeah. Then I don't have logic. Then I will ask why your name is Amir, na? Why your name is Amir? The same question will be repeated. Don't ask me the logic why inventory. Yeah? Correct. Yes, sir. So I hope you have understood that. First you find out what is the intention of this purchase. For sale, so it will be known as either goods or stock or inventory. Correct. Now, if it is for use, then we'll call it what? We'll call it what? Huh? Arey, asset to everything is an asset only. We are purchasing asset only because benefit will be derived. Correct. So can I say it will be known as fixed asset? Oh, अच्छा, ये बात. It will be known as fixed asset. Both are asset. Inventory is also asset. Fixed asset is also an asset. Are we getting? We purchase asset for deriving some benefit. If the benefit will be derived, it is an asset only now. Correct? Understood. So if you purchase an item for sale, then the name given is what? If you purchase some item for use, we call it what? Fixed asset. Now, if you purchase any inventory for sale, then we open purchase account. Okay, 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 okay. Means call it what? Purchase account. Name of account is what? Purchase account. We open purchase account. Means can I say purchase account represent purchase of goods or purchase of stock or purchase of inventory? Correct? Understood? Means purchase account is a name given to inventory. My question to you all, everyone apply. Don't apply whatever you have done. Apply whatever you are studying with me. Whatever you have done, full stop to that. Totally full stop. Forget about that. My question to you all, purchase of item for sale, you have understood inventory. So when you have purchased, you open purchase account. It represents inventory only, but it is an asset or liability or income or expense. This purchase account represent what? Asset account, liability account, income account or expense account. बोलो बोलो. Asset account, 100% correct. 100% correct. Means now you are with me. I have understood. Means you are just giving answer as whatever I am teaching. And one thing is clear, you have forgotten whatever you have studied. Correct? I don't know what you have studied, but now whatever answer you are given, I am happy. Correct? So can you say it is an asset only? Why? Because this represent inventory until now benefit is not derived now. I purchase ice cream. Till I consume, it is what? Asset. So I purchase inventory. Till I sell it, it is what? Asset. There is once I sold it, benefit is derived. Then that inventory will become what? Expense. But on the date of purchase, it is an asset now. Understood, understood, understood. Yes. But if it is an asset, it is a real account, nominal account, personal account. अरे गजब 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 गजब. Now coming, मजा आ रहा है. Real account. Concept you understanding. I am not saying. Now you are saying. Answer you will say. I will only give the concept. Understood? अरे यार. Now, once again, when you purchase any asset for use, then we call it what? Fixed asset. This is a name given fixed asset. It does not mean it remain fixed. Correct now. It does not mean it remain fixed. Now I purchase mobile for use. The mobile is movable now. It is not fixed. Correct now. Mobile is, but mobile will be known as fixed asset in accounting terms. Correct. It is a fixed asset. Are you able to understand? So for these we open respective fixed asset account. Respective fixed asset account means if you purchase land, you will say land account. Understood? If you purchase mobile, we'll call it mobile account. Are you getting? If you purchase camera, we'll call it camera account. If you purchase building, then we'll call it building account. If you purchase plant and machinery, we'll call it plant and machinery account. If you purchase furniture, we'll call it furniture account. But if you purchase furniture for sale, then which account? Name of the account is what? Purchase account. So you purchase furniture for sale. Which account? No, no. Arey, calm. I'm saying which the name of the account. Both are asset, both are real. Arey, both are asset, na. So both are real only. What I am saying, that is the name of that account which will open. One second. If you purchase furniture for sale, then which account will be opened? Purchase account. If you purchase furniture for use, then furniture account. If you purchase camera for sale, then which account? If you purchase camera for use, if you purchase mobile for sale, if you purchase mobile for use, mobile account. Understood? Have you understood? Yes, sir. So can you say in this is also what? Asset account only. This is present asset only, na? Both are asset and it is also real account. Means both are real account only. What I want to say, whatever you purchase that is real, that is an asset. But which account? I said special accounting terms. These accounting terms I am saying. So before starting recording, we should know the terms, na? So that I am just giving you. Got it? So purchase, you have understood. Now let us come to sale. Let us come to this was first, na, point number one, right? Come to point number two. Now, sale of item, sale of item. Understood? So of course, whatever you will purchase, one day you will sell it. I purchase furnitures. After some time, I can sell it. Correct now. The sale of item. Now the question is that what you are selling. If you are selling means this item is goods or stock or inventory. Means you can sell your inventory or you may sell what? Your fixed asset. Now you have understood when an account will be inventory, when an account will be fixed asset. That you have understood. Whatever you have purchased, someday you will sell it. Someday you will sell it. I purchase mobile for use, but after some point of time I don't want to use it. I will sell it to some other person. Correct now. So whatever is purchased will be sold someday. But there are some items which will only sell. There are some items which will be used and then sale. Understood? So can a sale of item? It can be goods, stock, or inventory. So for this, we open sales account. For sale of such item, we'll open which account? Sales account. Sales account. Correct. Now the question arises: sales is what? Real, nominal, personal, or in sorry. Sales account is asset, liability, income, or expense. Now, can you say once you have purchased and then you have sold it, but the benefit derived or not? Are you getting? So once you have sold it, benefit derived. Benefit derived is what? Benefit derived is what? Income. Hmm. Income. Just read the definition. Any benefit received from expense are income. Correct? So first you have purchased, that is your expenditure. Now you have sold it. Benefit derived or not? So once benefit derived, it become what? Income. So guys, this sales account is nothing but income. Income or not? And income is which account? Nominal account. Nominal account. Understood? Have you understood? So for sale of inventory, will open always which account? Sales account. We can't, we cannot say inventory account. We need to say what? Sales account. Correct. But for sale of fixed asset, we need to deal with respective fixed asset account only. Respective fixed asset account only. Understood? Correct? Respective fixed asset account means if you have sold your furniture, the furniture account. If you have sold your land, the land account. If you have sold your mobile, mobile account. Respective fixed asset account. And can you say this will be asset only? Asset means what? A real account. Asset means a real account. Understood? Have you understood this? Correct? I hope you have understood. Then coming to point number 3. Correct? Point number 3. Then if you have purchased some inventory, it might be returned. So there is one term, return of goods. We are discussing about return of goods. So return of goods. Goods can be is also known as stock or inventory. Return of goods or inventory. So I purchased some goods, I found it defective, now I am returning it. This is not sale. Understand? Suppose I purchased from you, I found it defective. So I can return it. This is not sale now. This is return of goods. This is return of goods. Yeah. I hope you understood what I want to say. So there can be two type of return. Return of goods purchased. Return of goods purchased to supplier. बोलो या सुनो. To supplier means supply is the person from whom we purchase goods. Or return of goods. Return of goods sold from whom? From our customer. Means we have sold it, now customer has returned us. Understood? Correct. Means, can I say, for this already we have opened which account? Purchase account. For this already we have opened what? Sales account. Understood? So for this they said he opened purchase return account. So this is a specific name. We cannot use any other account. Purchase return account. Or it is also known as what? This na. This is sales return. This is sales return na. Sales return account. Understood? Correct. So I hope you have understood. This is name given. We will not discuss why this name. Name given from traditional days, we will use this name only in account. Now, my question everyone. If purchase is a real account, purchase return will be which account? Purchase account is an asset account. Correct now. Purchase account is an asset account. So you said purchase is a real account. Are you getting? Correct now. Just try to understand. So when you are purchasing, it is increase in what? Asset. When you are returning, it is decrease in what? Asset only. So but the purchase return will be which account? Asset account. Liability account what? Asset account only. But it will be decrease in asset. Correct. So this will also represent asset but decrease in asset. You can say decrease in asset. This will represent decrease in asset now. When I am saying purchase account, that means increase in asset. When I am saying purchase return, it is decrease in asset. Correct. So asset means which account? It will be also a real account. Understood. Similarly, sales return is the opposite of sales. So sales means increase in income. So sales return will be what? Decrease in income. So it will be decrease in income. So if income is nominal, so decrease in income will be also what? Nominal account. Nominal account. Just try to understand sales return. I have said this is decrease in income. It is not expense. Decrease in income. I have said. I have not said expense. Correct. So sales return is decrease in income. Decrease in income. Understood? Have you understood this point? Correct. Any doubt? The last special term, point number 4. The last special term is about honor. Now, whenever is an honor, Miss Ram, in our example, either Ram will introduce either cash or any other asset in business, any other asset in business. Understood? Correct. Or he may withdraw what? Cash or any asset from business. Correct now? Understood? Have you understood this point? So whenever he introduce either cash or any other asset, we call it, we'll use which account? Capital account. Capital account. Understood? But whenever he withdraws something, we'll always open which account? Drawing account. Drawing account. Understood? Means when I say capital account, it is increasing capital. Increase in capital. When I am saying drawing account, this is what? Decreasing capital. Decreasing capital. But for withdrawal, we use always what? Drawing account. These are special terms given, therefore we need to use that only. We need to use that only. So I need to inform you now that for withdrawal, we'll always use drawing account. We'll not use capital account. Correct? Understood? And can I say both will be which account? Real or personal? It will be personal account. So drawing account also represent honor only. But withdrawal, so this will be also what? Which personal account? Natural, artificial or representative? It is representative personal account. If you write on RP, representative personal account. Understood? Have you understood? Correct. This much have you understood? Correct. Now, everyone, now you will say, correct. When I am saying purchase of item, so purchase account is a real account. For real account, what is the rule? Debit word comes in, credit word goes out. So, but here goods is coming in or going out. So it will be debited or credited. So can I say this purchase account will be debited? Similarly, if you are purchasing some fixed asset for use, so it is coming in only. So this will be also debited. So you need to apply the rules, first finding out whether it is a real account or nominal account or personal account, and then apply the rules as per the nature of account, as per the nature of account. So let us take some examples to apply the rules. To apply the rules. So we'll take some example to apply the rules and we'll understand how to apply the rules. How to apply the rules. So let us take first example. Example. First example. I'm starting with the very basic transaction. Basic RAM. RAM in our example is always what? Honor. Okay. Ram commenced what? Hello, you know. I think the first transaction, whatever you have done, was this only. Ram commenced business by introducing what? Hello. By introducing cash, na? By introducing cash. Where? In business only? Right now, I'm not giving amount. Of course, some amount will be there because, of course, it should be expressed in terms of money value. Amount we can find out. Suppose cash of rupees 10,000. So 10,000 become amount. Amount will be there. So I'm not giving amount. Amount को right now we are ignoring. चलेगा? अब बताओ. First, we need to find out two aspects. So from this, देखो, Ram is one aspect. Can you say this business is one aspect and cash is one aspect? Array, there are three aspects. Huh? Ram and business are one. Array, separate entity concept. In accounting, both are different. But batao, we are doing accounting for whom? Not Ram and company. Means for business. So batao, in my business, in Ram and company, whether we'll have Ram and company account? No, no, no. So can I say, therefore, we'll not discuss about this. Only Ram and what cash. Understood? So first you need to identify two aspects. So of course there were three items. Ram, business and cash. But we are doing accounting for business. No. Write down the name of the business is Ram and Company. Ram Nalayak. One second. Ram commences a business with a trade name Ram and Company by introducing cash. Now you can change the example. So there are three aspects now. Ram and Company and cash. So I said we need to identify how much. It means one aspect need to be ignored. So in Ram and Company, we'll never have Ram and Company account. In our balance sheet, we'll not have our account na. So Ram and Company are two different person. As per which concept? Separate entity concept. So in Ram and Company, we can have Ram account, but will not have Ram and Company account. So what are two aspects? Ram and cash. बताओ राम इज तो ऑनर अरे बोलना रे for honor which account? If introduce cash, to which account? So it means we'll open capital account, and for cash we'll open cash account. If special term is not given now, it means we'll open with the name of that item only. Abhi I have said purchase, fixed asset, these are special item. For cash, so I have not said anything. So for cash, we'll open cash account. Are you able to understand my emotions? Correct? Correct now. So for cash, we'll open cash account. Now you will first we have identified two account. So two aspect. So one will be debit, other will be credit. So to find out which one is debit, which one is credit, we need to identify the nature of account. So बताओ capital account is what? Personal account. P means personal. Cash is what? Real account. It is an asset. Cash is an asset. Real account. But for real account, what is the rule? Debit what comes in. But the cash is coming in or going out? Coming in where? Going out from Ram. We are doing accounting of Ram or Ram and Company? Ram and Company. So we'll not think from Ram point of view. We'll think from Ram and Company's point of view. Understood? So can you say it is coming in? Coming in means what? Debited. Bolo yes or no? DR means what? Debit. Correct. Now let us think about Ram. So Ram is a personal account. What is the rule? Debit the and credit the. So Ram is the receiver or giver to business. Arre wah 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 wah. G means what? Giver, huh? You can write them full. I don't have time. Credit. Understood. लो हो गया. Some example I will do. Correct नहीं. Easy I will do. Difficult I will give. ठीक है. But just you have done this transaction many times. I am just explaining the way to understand the what forming of Jana entries. Now what is Jana entries we'll discuss. Correct. So of course this will be recorded in some particular way. Till now I'm not given the art of recording. Right now only I'm discussing about what? How to find out which account will be debited and which account will be credited. That is only our intention. Correct? One more example. Point number 2. That on. देखो, rent of building, rent of building paid in cash. Okay? It means we have taken one building for use, and for building use we have paid rent, and the amount was paid in cash. So but what are the two aspects? Can you say rent of building and what? Cash. These are the two aspects. Okay? Building was used for business purpose. So it means we need to open one. Rent is one aspect. Rent of building you can write down, and cash. Now I already said that if there is no special term, we'll open which account? Rent account. For rent I have given no special term na. We'll open which account? Rent account. Chalega. And for this cash account? Cash account. For the cash account is what? A real account. Correct? For the debit what comes in, credit what? So coming in or going out? Going out. So this too we have understood. This will be what? Credited. Understood? Now we need to find out rent is what? Real personal nominal. Because the rent is an expense or it is an asset. Why it is an expense? Because we are paid. No. Because we have already used the building and we have enjoyed that building. The benefit derived na. We suppose this building I have taken on rent. So once we have paid the rent of this month, so this month already I have used na. Already I have used it. So already I have used it. So we have enjoyed. We are taking classes. We are doing entertainment यहाँ पर. बोलना yes or no? मजा आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? Correct. So it means can I say because benefit is already derived, it become a expense. And expense is what? Nominal account. Debit all expenses. So it will be debited. So you can see two aspect. Understood. Simple. Simple. Correct. Example number 3. देखो. Cash of rupees छोड़ दो. Rupees 10,000 deposited in State Bank of India SBI. Understood? State Bank of India. Correct? बताओ. What are two aspects? Cash and State Bank of India. अरे बोलना रही. So can you say we will say cash and State Bank of India. For cash which account? Cash account. For State Bank of India. Now if you are saying bank account, it become representative personal account. But you can also open SBI account also. SBI account also you can open now. I will open. I can open or not? Yes, that is what artificial person means. I can open SBI account also. I can open bank account also. Both are correct. Both are correct. But if you have large number of what bank, so normally we open bank account to simplify the accounting. To simplify the accounting. Are you getting? So I can say SBI account or bank account. Both are correct. In exam, both are correct. So can you say I can open either SBI account or we can say bank account? When I am saying bank account, it become representative personal account. When I am saying SBI account, it is artificial person. Correct. But the cash is what? Means first say na asset income like this. It is a what? Asset or not? And bank is what? Bank is what? अच्छा चलो ठीक है. You say real like this. चलो. But this cash is what? Real account. Why? Because it is asset of business. Correct. But this bank is what? Personal account. Personal account. Why it is personal account? Because they are person related to person, artificial person or representative person account. But what is the rule? Debit what? For real, what is the rule? Debit what? Credit what? So cash is coming in or going out? Going out. Therefore, it will be credited. But what is the rule of personal account? Debit the receiver, credit the bank is receiving or giving? Receiving. So receiver, so it become debited. One is credited, the other is debit only. Understood? Correct now. But we need to identify one more. Point number 4. देखो देखो loan of rupees 1 lakh has been given to Mr. X, has been given to Mr. X in cash. Correct? Without. What are two? Cash is one aspect. Second is what? Loan. But loan has been given to whom? Mr. X. Mr. X, na? Correct? Means what are two aspects? One is the cash and one you can say loan to Mr. X. One you can say loan to Mr. X. Correct now. So you can say loan to Mr. X. Correct. Understood. So the for cash which account? Cash account. For loan to Mr. X which account? Which account? Either you can open loan account or you can open Mr. X account also. Mr. X will become what? Natural person. Loan account will become representative personal account. Because loan will represent Mr. X. So both are personal account. So you can open loan account or you can open Mr. X account also. Both are correct. But normally we open loan account. So I am writing loan account. Chalega? Or you can add on loan to Mr. X account also. Okay, that is your choice. Loan account chalega? Yes, sir. But the cash is what? Real. But the rule is what? Debit what? Credit what? So cash is coming in or going out? Huh? But loan can be received also, can be given also. So I have said loan has been given. To whom? Mr. X. It is going out now. We can receive also. We can give also. We can give also na. We normally give loan to our employee, etc. Correct now. We can receive also. If we want to receive, when we have surplus cash, we'll give. Correct now. So it is what? Cash. You just try to understand the emotion. Don't go into the loan word. Loan can be given, loan can be received also. Correct? So what I am saying, loan has been given in cash. So cash is going out. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Correct? But the loan account is which account? Personal account. Personal account. So just think from Mr. X point of view. Don't think from loan point of view. Because loan represents Mr. So he is Mr. X. So think from Mr. X. Mr. X is a person, but the Mr. X is receiver or giver? Receiver. If you think of loan point of view, you'll confused. So loan represent Mr. X. Think from Mr. X point of view, whether receiver or giver. So receiver become what? Debit. Understood? Correct. Point number 5. Point number 5. The purchase of goods from Mr. Y in credit. In credit means what? Amount is not yet paid. Amount is not yet paid. Understood? So what are two aspects? Purchase of what? Goods. Whenever I say goods, goods is for which purpose? Sale purpose. Understood? Purchase of goods I have written. It is for sale purpose. Understood? It is an indication that it is for sale purpose. Correct? Yes, sir. And second is what? Mr. Y. So the will one is what? Purchase of goods. First aspect is what? Purchase of goods. Second is what? Mr. Y. So for purchase of goods, which account? Purchase account or goods account. Now you can't change this term. Purchase account only you need to open. These special terms. And for Mr. Y, we'll open which account? You can open Mr. Y account only. Mr. Y account only. Correct. Batao. Purchase account is which account? Now you came to nominal. Forget whatever you have done, huh? अभी बताओ. Purchase goods. It represents goods. Goods is what? Asset or not? Asset means what? Real account. Are you getting what I'm saying? So can I say it become real? बताओ. Goods is coming in or going out? Purchase goods. Goods is coming in or going out? Coming in. Therefore it will be debited. Mr. Y, which account? Personal account. बताओ. Mr. Y is receiver or giver of goods? It is a receiver or giver? So debit the receiver, credit the giver. Understood? बहुत हो गया. Now we'll take many other examples, but can basic you have understood how to analyze the transaction. So we are doing analysis of transaction to find out two aspects. One is debit, other is credit. Correct? Have you understood this much? Batao. I hope you have understood. Correct? Any doubt? No doubt. Correct? Hard work. Nothing done. It is 8. Now, if this much you have understood, I would like to introduce accounting equation approach in your life. Accounting equation approach. This is traditional approach. Let us come to modern approach. If you have understood this much, are you getting what I am saying? Because once you understood what accounting equation approach, so what we'll do recording by applying both approach. Then we'll find out which one is easy. That only will apply. Why to apply both? If you feel that traditional approach is easy, we'll use traditional approach only. If you feel that modern approach is easy, so we'll follow modern approach. Correct now. So let us introduce what? Accounting equation. Write down accounting equation approach. Understood? Accounting equation approach. So from this, it means we need to form some equation यहाँ पर. So let us understand what is the objective of accounting. What is the objective of accounting? बताओ. बोलना नहीं. To prepare balance sheet and SOPL. This is the objective. Correct. बताओ. What we write down in the left hand side of SOPL? Expense. What we write down in the right hand side of SOPL? Income. So all income will be credited, all expense will be debited. Understood? Correct? I think you have understood this point. Now, income minus expense is what? If income is more than expense, we call it profit. Correct? income minus expense is equal to profit. Understood? Correct. It can be loss also, but we'll think about profit by loss. Correct. Means if expense is more than income, then it will loss. It means either it will be negative amount or positive amount. We'll think positive only. Correct. So income minus expense is equal to profit. My question to you: this profit belong to whom? This profit belong to what? Business, and business is earning this profit for whom? Owner. Understood? This profit should be transferred to whom? Owner only. Correct? It means in the balance sheet we write on what? Asset, we write on liability, and we write on capital. Are you able to understand? So my question to you: this profit will be added to what? Capital. So we'll transfer this profit to what? Capital. And capital plus profit is known as equity. Equity. Understood? Capital plus profit is equal to equity. Are you getting what I'm saying? Have you understood? And what is the rule? Rule is what? The total of these should be what? Should be same. Due to which system? Can I say we are following double entry system? Double entry system. Or we can say dual aspect concept, because we are recording two aspects, so ultimately these two match. Understood? Are you able to understand what I am saying? So we record all income where? We record all income where? We record all expense where? Income minus expense is equal to, we will derive profit from which account? PL account. This profit will be transferred to what? Capital. Where? In balance sheet. Then in balance sheet we record asset and capital and liability. Capital plus profit is equal to what? So can you say we can derive one equation कि this plus this should be equal to this? बोले yes or no? So what is the equation? Equation. Our accounting equation says, what accounting equation says? Accounting equation says कि equity plus liability must be equal to what? Asset. This is the accounting equation. Equity plus liability must be equal to asset. Now let us expand it. Let us expand it. Okay. So the equity means what? Very good. So if I say equity, so it is capital plus profit. When I say capital, capital means the amount introduced, but it will increase by the amount of profit. Understood? So amount introduced plus profit belong to owner only. Correct? Understood. So capital plus profit plus what? Liability is equal to what? Asset. Understood? This we can expand. Now we can expand like this also. The capital, what is the profit? Profit means income minus expense. So we can say profit is nothing but income minus expense. Bole yes or no? Plus liability is equal to asset. Correct? Understood? Now, are we able to understand? You know mathematics na थोड़ा because now we are dealing with mathematics यहाँ पर. Equation means mathematics na. So can this capital is a plus item, this income is a plus item, this expense is a minus item, liability is a plus item. So let us keep plus together, and if I transfer minus from left hand side to right hand side, it will become what? Plus. This you know na? Thank God. Because I can't teach mathematics na. This much you know na? Only this much is required. So can I say in this way, if I can simplify it, it become capital plus income plus liability is equal to asset plus expense. बोले yes or no? Understood. Correct. Now, from this one rule has been derived. And super easy rule. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Sometimes we confused. Simple rule. What our accounting says that these will be always having debit balance. Understood? And these will always have what? Credit balance. This is the rule. Understood? Means capital, income and liability will always have credit balance, and asset and expense will always have debit balance. This is simple rule, and from this one rule has been derived. That rule is known as modern rules. Have you understood? From this will derive one rule. Rule is what? Modern rules. What is the modern rules? Modern rules of accounts. Rule is very simple. For, can you say for asset and expense one rule? For asset and expense one rule now, because both have what? Debit balance. So for asset and expense, but the what will be the rule? So the rule is what? Increase. Increase in asset, increase in expense will be always debited, because that has debit balance. Correct? So increase in asset, increase in expense will be always debited, and decrease will be always what? Credited. This is the rule. So simple. Simple na? Now there is no need to identify personal account, real. See the asset, we know asset because the objective is to find out asset, liability, income, expense and capital. Why we are doing bakwas, real, personal, nominal? That is bakwas na. Simple na. Just find out asset, liability, income, expense, capital and make a rule for that. Are you getting? So I think traditionally it was for a complex. Now we are simplifying it. We are trying to simplifying it. And the rules for what? For liability, capital and what? Income. But the increase will be what? And decrease will be what? Debit. Look, so simple. So simple. Understood? So we have tried to simplify it. Are you getting? Means now there is no need to identify real account, personal account or nominal account. Just identify whether that item is an asset, liability, income, expense or capital. Then identify whether there is increase or decrease, increase, apply the rules, decrease, apply the rules. So simple. It becomes simple now. So how many example we have taken? 5 example. Let us do once again that 5 example by applying modern rules. Let us understand whether it become easy or it is not easy. ठीक है ना? So let us apply the rules in same example. Example as above. Huh? I'm not writing once again. But what was the first example? Ram commenced business by introducing cash. But what are two aspects? Ram and cash. बताओ. For Ram, which account? Capital account. For cash, which account? Cash account. Correct? बताओ. Capital is what? Now you need to identify whether capital is asset, liability, capital, income and expense. So capital is what? Capital only. Correct? Cash is what? Asset. But the increase in cash or decrease in cash? Increase in asset. Increase in asset will be debited. For asset and expense, same rules. Asset and expense will have debit balance. Increase will be, decrease will be. For capital, income and liability, same rules. Capital, income, liability will have always. So increase will be, decrease will be. Simple rule. Now batao. Capital. So capital of business is increasing or decreasing? Increasing only. So capital will also increase. So increasing capital will what? Credited. Low. Understood? Same. End result is same. But approach is different now. Now we need to understand which approach is more easier. Because in exam they will say record. We can record by any approach. So whatever we feel that is easy, we'll apply that. Correct now. And more or less, I will say modern rule is more scientific. After some point of time, once we have understood golden rules and modern rules, I will say always apply what? Modern rules. Means in CA inter, CA final, so we don't use only golden rules. We use only what? Modern rules. Are you getting what I am saying? But then also let us find out which one is more easy. Second example. What was the second example? So without rent and what? Cash. For rent, which account? A rent account. For cash, which account? But the rent is what? Expense. Cash is what? Asset. But the expense is increasing or decreasing? Increasing. Increase in expense will be debited. Asset. This cash is increasing or decreasing? You are paying it now. Cash is paid going out. That is decreases. So decrease means what? Credited. Understood. Same thing, huh? And result is same. Correct. Then what? Point number 3. But what was the point number 3? So can you say cash has been deposited to State Bank of India? So for cash we open, for State Bank of India we can open either SBI account or bank account. That you have understood. Batao. Cash is what? Bank is what? Asset only. Both are asset. Because amount receivable from artificial person is also what? Asset. So both are asset. Batao. Cash is increasing or decreasing? Cash is increasing or decreasing, and bank balance is increasing. But the both are asset. Decrease in asset, increase in asset, low. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out, debit receiver. Thora confusion. Right now we have taken very simple example. We'll come to thoda sa complex example. You will find modern rules is very simple to apply. Only 5 item increase decrease. Khatam. Correct. Then what is the next point number 4? What are the two aspect? Cash and Mr. X. I am writing loan given to Mr. X. So we'll open cash account and you can open loan account. Be careful about this, huh? Before saying. Be careful. Sometimes with flow we just give wrong answer. But the cash is what? Asset, no doubt. This loan to Mr. X is what? Huh? Liability, very good. Because it is amount given to Mr. X. So, amount given to Mr. X. Correct, batao. It is a liability or asset? No, 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 no. I have said good means it is not correct, huh? One second. You have given some amount to what? Mr. X. This amount is receivable or payable? No, no, no. Just try to understand. You have given some amount. In future, it will be receivable or payable? Receivable. Any amount receivable is what? Asset. So don't think a loan is always a liability. Loan can be asset also, na. So loan can be payable. Loan can be receivable also. How you receive some amount that become payable. Are you getting? So you have given some amount. In future, it is receivable. So it is an asset. Understood? It is an asset. Correct. My question to you all, this cash is increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. Decreasing means credit. Now this loan, the amount of loan is increasing or decreasing? So this loan is increasing. Correct. So increase will be what? Debited. Both are asset. So loan amount is increasing, cash amount is decreasing. Understood? Okay. One more I have given na? What is the fifth one? So purchase of goods and from Mr. Y. Once again think and say. So for this we'll open purchase account and what? Mr. Y account. Purchase account is what? Your expense. Purchase account is what? It is a real account, na? So why you are saying expense? Asset. Asset. Purchase account is what? Asset. So it is an asset. Asset, na? Not expense. Remove that. Whatever you have done in your past. I know you have done nominal account only. Purchase account you have done nominal account in your bachpan. Then why you are saying expense? Chhodna. Purchase account is an asset. Asset na. We purchase goods. Goods is what? Asset only. Correct. Mr. Y account is what? Personal account. Okay. Now we are into modern rules. Modern days. Be modern. अभी तक पर्सनल अकाउंट में ही है. Now it is asset, liability, capital, income and expense that I am asking. Liability. Why? Because there is some amount which is payable to Mr. Y. Because we have purchased, amount is not paid, means payable in future. So any amount payable to external party is what? Liability. Correct. Understood. But now this goods means asset is increasing or decreasing. So it will be what? But now this liability is also increasing or decreasing. Liability is decreasing. The amount payable is increasing now. So the liability is increasing. The liability increasing means what? Credit. Okay. Understood. Nothing to worry. Very we are at a very early stage to decide anything. We'll take more time to understand this. But whatever we have done till now, have you understood? Batao. Whatever we have done till now, have you understood or not? Batao. Correct? Now, it means one thing is clear that whatever we have done till now, you have understood. Today, this much only. Correct? Not today, this much only because we have done golden rules, modern rules, hodgepodge हो गया now. बोलो yes or no? Hodgepodge हो गया कि नहीं हो गया? So I know how much you can take, how much you can't take. So now what is that from day 1, day 2, day 3, revise and come. I am not giving any homework to you. Only homework is what revision. Once I started giving homework, now means my speed will increase. Huh? My speed will increase because I need to increase my speed now. So I'm very slow. Right now I'm very slow. For some initial days I'll be slow. Dhire, 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 I will increase my speed. Correct? Understood? Okay. Now, one rule you make. Rule is what? Right now I don't know you have college or you don't have college. You have any college? Your college will start after some days, and I know how much you will go to college. I don't think so you will go to college. Correct now. So it means just try to rule एक rule बनाते हैं. Let us make a rule because we need to make rule. For accounting we are making rule. Today we have discussed the rule. So for study also we should make a rule now. Let us make a rule and we should always break the rules. अरे बोलना रे. But will not break. Otherwise ICI will break you. So if you want ICI should break you, then you also break the rules. So some rules we should play. Means without planning, nothing can be achieved. Without planning, nothing can be achieved. So we should plan our daily schedules. Correct now. Now let us because we all are have same schedules right now. So it is what from 2:30 to 8:30. So you are here only. As a two कर दे. Two. From 2 to 8:30 you are here. Now you reach home I think by 9 or by 9:30. 9:30 लेके चलते. It might happen you are coming from far, so 1 hour it will take. Or if you are coming from nearby, but in between someone is there, you can meet and then go. Correct? Now it is also quite possible. So 1 hour is required. But if you reach your home by 9:30, so I don't think so that after taking dinner and some rest, you will have some time for study. From beginning, you are tired. Correct? No, so I will not ask you to do anything. Just sleep if you want to sleep. I think that everyone sleep by 10:30 or 11 maximum. So whatever time is left now, take dinner, be relaxed, talk with your parents, talk with someone if you want, but be relaxed. Correct? Understood. But now the day will start from the morning. Now we should make a rule that at what time we should wake up. So at what time you are, at what time you are getting up at 7, 4:40. What do you do? Uh, okay, okay, sir. Now after that, what do you do? After that, you sleep or you continue? You continue. Very good. So let us we'll make one simple rule that because you are getting early, but we'll make some rule that you should get up by what? 6 every day. Let us make a rule. Correct. 6 to 7, I will say there are some necessary activities that is required. Someone take half an hour, someone take 1 hour. I take 1 hour. I take 1 hour. ठीक है ना? I don't know about you, but if you are like me, you can also take 1 hour. Correct ना? And in that 1 hour, I just relax my body. Correct ना? With that require morning दिमाग नहीं चलता ना. अब मैं बोलूंगा you just get up and start studying. That is not possible. ठीक है ना? So let us make one rule that even though you get up by say 6, we make sure that we come to study at 7. Correct. And can I say morning no one is going to disturb you because everyone is busy in some other work. So 7 to 9 make sure that you are doing study. 2 hour to this you get. Understood? And I think you don't have any other work. 79 until unless you are going to college. Correct. And I know how many of you will go to college. Correct. Then from 9 to 10, once again take rest, take breakfast, whatever you want to do. Okay. Then once again from 10 to what? 10 to what? 12, not more than, means 2 hours. So these 2 hours and these 2 hours make sure you are doing study. If you are studying more than this, very good, but not less than this. This is a minimum number of hours you need to study during this time. 4 hours to you need to study. And in this hour, you just study whatever has been done in previous class. If some homework has been given, complete it. If no homework has been given, revise whatever has been done and then come to the class. I'm not saying only about accounts, huh? I'm saying about all three subjects, whatever is going right now. So right now your maths, law and accounts has been started. So some homework might be given that you complete. Means just make sure that you are coming to the class after doing all your homework. That is the rule. Means we should have plan. What I am saying 4 hours is minimum. If you can study for 6 hours, it is welcome. That is always welcome, but not less than what? 4 hours. If less than 4 hours, so ICI is watching you. Huh? Our God is observing you. And if God is observing you, they will give punishment na. Correct? So minimum rule is what? 4 hours. Maximum your choice. But not less than. And this is a rule. Correct? Understood? There may be some day abnormal. Means some day is what fun day you went for picnic. Chalega. There is no strict rules. But make sure that you are using this time. One day, 2 day off chalta hai. There is some family function chalega. Then I can't ask you to study now if there is some family function. 3 days some marriage ceremony is there. So of course 3 days you can't study because you will not be able to study. I can't force you to study. But can you see you can compensate that 3 days by using Sundays? You should compensate. So what I am saying, there is no strict rules, but then also try to study for 4 hours every day. चलेगा? Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.